welcome to the CE Tool Den. And on today's video, we're going to test the latest offerings of this company that has been doing stuff outstanding for the people in the tool world, construction trades and carpentry trades and all kinds of different trades where certain tools are needed. Now, we're not talking about power tools today. We're talking about hand tools and accessories from this special company that has just been knocking it out of the ballpark with their items. But today we're going to test and review their latest offerings of these new items that they released this past year, and we're going to talk about them and also talk a little bit about the company because, like I said, they've been doing things the right way. They've taken a lot of the tools that have been around for a long time and just updated with their own versions, and they've just knocked it out of the park. They're awesome. So let's get to it. Alright, on today's video, the company we're talking about and their latest offerings are the ToughBuilt tape measures. I have both the 25 foot and 16 foot, and let's talk about a little bit ToughBuilt. The first time I ever heard of them was a few years ago when they came out with their sawhorses, and their sawhorses have been outstanding accessories for contractors and carpenters and the like, and anybody that uses sawhorses. They've innovated on these sawhorses where they just can take a lot of weight. They really can. They're just fantastic. They've come out with all other kinds of tools like levels that expand, which I don't have, but I kind of want to get. There's those ToughBuilt levels. They have a torpedo level that goes from 9 inches to, I think, 15, and then they have a 2-foot level that goes all the way up to 4 feet, expandable. So they've just been really doing some great stuff. They have these great miter saw stands that are just, they're so heavy duty. You could put the heaviest miter saw on them and not have to worry about it. And then they have that collapsible workbench, and I'm telling you, that is really, really awesome. It's similar to the DeWalt one, but this thing is just heavy duty. It's got a mixture of plastic and steel, and they also have their tool belt line with that clip accessory that you can clip on the tool belt. You can also clip it onto that table, so you can just take things off those tool belts and clip them on to other accessories. They also have their bags that also have that clip-on accessory. If you don't know anything about them, just look them up on YouTube. There's a lot of videos on them. Like I said, their products have been innovative. They've improved on designs compared to like what other brands have done, and this is why we're talking about these today. As far as I know, there is only a 25 and a 16 footer. These I picked up at Lowe's a few weeks ago, and I've been testing them out. I've already dropped this one a couple of times. You can see like how dirty it is, and this one too. I actually like the compactness of the 16 footer, which is awesome. Now, when you look at traditional tape measures, I have a Stanley Fat Max, I have Milwaukee Cobalt, a bunch of Craftsman tape measures. They are all great tape measures. That's why I bought them. Some I use more than others. I've been tending to go with either the Craftsman Blade Defense or the Milwaukee Wide Blade Magnetic. And this is one of my old Stanley. I've retired this many years ago. I haven't used this in a long time, but I used this for a lot of years. This has been beat up. Look at it. It's in rough condition, but still works. But it's retired. It's just I keep it as a memento from where I started. But I mean, this was, and Stanley Fat Max was always they set the standard for these tape measures. So now that there's companies that are coming out with tape measures that are that same type of construction grade tape measures, this is where this one is a little bit different from the rest. These have they both have a magnetic blade, the tip made out of like a heavy duty plastic here with the magnet, and it does its little sliding thing to offset for the measurements from you're cooking this in or pushing it in. The one thing about this tape measure that impressed me is they made this tape measure. Number one, this is a heavy duty. They say nylon, and it feels like it'll last for a long time. It's about a little bit more than an inch. Let's take a measurement on the width. So it's about 1 1/8 wide. And if you notice, they have fractional read. Not a lot of tape measures have fractional read. But what makes this special is that, and some brands also carry, do a double-sided. But what a lot of brands don't do, although there may be a few that do, is they added the fractional read on the back. And let me tell you, that's an awesome feature. Awesome feature. Having that so you can get your measurements a lot faster, easier. I like fractional read. I have Craftsman with fractional read, and I love that tape measure. But I do love the Blade Defense. And I wish Stanley Black & Decker would have kept the Blade Defense Craftsman's, because those are awesome tape measures. But yeah, so it's got a lock. And here's the one on the 25-footer. Easy lock. It's got a whole rubbery overmold feeling to it. So that's what it is. And then if you notice, on some tape measures, they have that open bottom where you can see the blade, the tape measure, and you can stop it with your finger. With this type of tape measure, it's got this rubbery feeling cover here, but you can also, you push it in and you can stop the tape measure from going down. So if you need to, if you don't have time to lock it, you can go like this. You push that in and it's not going down. And that's kind of cool, because some of them, as time goes on and they start wearing out the blade, some of these things can get sharp, these edges, and this will cover your hand from getting cut from those edges if they ever, get deformed, or like that bacony look like some of these can get. But the fact that you can push this down and stop it is really awesome. Really awesome. The Tough Built logo, it's all like rubbery. It's got like this standard type of clip. And they both offer 11 foot of standout, true standout. That's the one thing that you see in the industry. They'll say reach or standout on the packaging, and they sometimes don't live up to what they say. But when it comes to these types of tape measures, you don't know what you're going to get. The company on the packaging, when I got these, said this is a true 11-foot standout. I tested it, and it was 11-foot standout. Now let's see. We're gonna do a standout. We'll take the 25-footer, and we're gonna do an 11-foot. Almost there. That's 11 foot. And guess what, guys? Right there. 11 foot. Now let's push it. Let's see how we can go. Well, 146 inches, so 12 foot 2 inches. They said 11, they over delivered. So good on Tough Belt. But I can see why they say 11 foot. And they also have a little measurement over here. So if you have to measure something on the inside with the blade, it says 3 9/16. And over here we have 3 9/16. And on the 16 footer, it says, because it's a smaller blade, it goes 3 3/16. So if you're measuring on the inside of a wall or between studs, and you have to add this will give you the little measurement. Really good, nice job. And you could, if you ever needed to get a lanyard, you want a lanyard on your tape measure, you can put a lanyard right there, or you can tie a string there. And what some people like to do is use use tape measures to do circles with strings. So you can probably do that with this. It's got like I said, it's got a real nice blade locking mechanism. Nice and smooth. The blade is like a nylon-y style, and it's laminate, like it's got that coating on it. And on the back side, it's got that coating on it too, that goes up to 6 inches. On the front, it's just the blade itself. So it's a really good. I've been using this for the last few weeks just to try it out, and I am very impressed. The magnet is pretty strong. Let's see if there's something I can magnetize that's metal. Let's see. Picked up the screwdriver. Alright. Let's see how heavy. This is a bigger Craftsman acetate screwdriver with a flathead. And it picked it up no problem. So yeah, you're getting a pretty strong magnet. And like I said, this has been a really innovative style tape measure in both the 25 and 16. I would have loved to have seen Tough Belt come out with the 35 footer, but I mean, I can see why they don't have one yet. You know, most standard people will buy a 25 footer in the construction trades. Carpenters will usually go for 16. I actually like the 16 the best because it's compact, but it still brings in that ruggedness that the 25 foot does. It's got the 11 foot standout. It's got all the same features as the 25 footer. And you can pick these up at Lowe's. They are kind of a little bit pricey for a tape measure, but I think it's well worth it. The 16 footer, I believe, goes for $19.98. And today was the last day, but they had a sale on the 25 footer that was also $29.98. I don't know if it's $24.98 or $29.98. I think it might have been $29.98 for the 25 foot Tough Belt. I do recommend these. I really do. I'm definitely going to be beating these up over the next course of the year. I like to rotate my tape measures and use some here, use some there. But I'm going to be using these a lot over the next course of the year and do a 1 year review and to see just how good these have lasted, picked up. As of right now, I say this is a must buy if you want tape measures and tough tape measures with fractional reads, innovative features. This is definitely a great tape measure. And like I said, Tough Belt is really knocking these things out of the park. But again, what is this going to be like in another year? We don't know. But as of right now, it feels rugged. It feels sturdy. It feels like it's going to last. I have that impression that in a year from now, I'm not going to change my mind. But you never know. I say right now, though, like I said, I've been using this for a few weeks, and it has been awesome. So, if you like this video, give it a share, subscribe, please. And we're going to bring more content to you. And ring the bell if you want to get notifications. If you have any questions on these items or on other videos, just put them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. But just, yep, these are highly recommended. So that'll be all for today. And have a good night.